from all around Geelong. I'm here to tell you how football is.
And welcome back. We've got a great round of matches on this afternoon. We saw by the ladder at the start of the show. It's a very interesting finish to the 2014 season. It's out at the Thompson Thunderdome. It's the Tommy Tigers, and they take on the Cry Devils, second bottom and bottom. And it's a little bit of pride game with these clubs. But I tell you what, Grubby, I reckon it'll be a close game.
Well, that's one of the reasons we picked it, because obviously Corio we haven't seen this year. Thompson we've only seen once. And obviously both of them together, it could be a very good game. It might not have the class of the top sides, but it will have real tough in there, get the ball close, hopefully real close to the finish. I don't really know who I'm going to go for. I'll go for Thompson because it's at home, but I hope it's for a point so we can have another great day at the footy.
Good on you, mate. Alex, what is that around your neck at the moment? What's going on over there?
Well, I'm proud to be a graduate of the Belmont Kindergarten. And
hang on, they don't play footy.
What's that, 3 years ago?
Yeah, it's a very good, Grubby. But no, all jokes aside, we've taken some hits, the Belmont Lions, literally, as we'll see soon.
Were you? After 10 straight, that was in your bin at home.
All right. Nevertheless, I'm happy for the Lions, and I reckon I'll be happy for Thompson as well, who I'm tipping today.
Oh, good on you, mate. So the boys going for the Tommy Tigers. Now, out at Footrot Flats, the Anarchy Roos, they take on East Geelong. Now, East Geelong, of course, we've spoken about it, of having an amazing finish to the season and really looking a threat for the finals. Anarchy started the season off well, but dropped off a little bit. But it's out at Footrot Flats, Alex, so you just don't know with those Roos what they'll get up to out there.
They can be very creative, very clever, but when you look at the run home, I still think it's East is the team to beat, particularly where they're positioned on the ladder.
Exactly, Grubby.
Yeah, look, Anarchy, they've had a pretty good year with the players they've had. They're young kids, they're really starting to come through. Young Jaden Ettridge, he's had a great season, and Phyllis and a couple of those blokes. But they got a bit of breathing space last week, East Geelong, with the results that went their way, and they won't want to be going back into the pack, and I think they'll be still too good for Anarchy.
Scrobelak's got to play 3 games to qualify. Has he played one already?
He's played one.
So he's got to fit in 2 before the end of the season, something along the line.
Yep.
Okay, well, it'll be very interesting indeed to see what happens there. Now, we'll go back to last Saturday, some of the highlights of the big clash out of the Winter Reserve, which was between the Belmont Lions and the Winchelsea Blues. Have a look at young Bowl of Belmont Lions going into the chain on the fence. It's pretty horrific, but I can tell you everything turned out okay.
And Winchelsea need to open it up and win the game. So open it up, boys.
Well, there we go. We've opened it up. Walsh through the middle. Takes a bounce from the ruck contest. Oh, he's run a long way.
Oh.
Jeez, he's run a very long way. Goes towards centre half, towards forward pocket. Jackson third in line. Takes the mark. I'll tell you what, I'd like to get the tape measure out on that second run after the bounce.
I watched the umpire. He was trying to get into position, and he actually turned around because he lost his balance. And I reckon he's missed 3 or 4 metres. And I dare say he has run over 15 metres, but the umpire didn't see 5 of them. So
Stephen Jackson, kick 1. This for number 2, right forward pocket, 25 out. I think you dob it. Comes in, you dob it all right. He's a pretty good kick for goal. So he's second of the afternoon. Long kick, outside 45. Looking for mention Sezin over the back edge. Beautiful, takes the mark. Got Blair at half forward by himself.
I don't know whether you ought to do that.
Well, he centred it, and Blair takes it. Well, Stephen 50, thank you.
Oh, now maybe he should have done that.
So, Drew Stephen, not happy, and Blair will bring the ball down.
There might have been a couple of blokes letting him know too, I think.
Yeah, because he's come to 10 metres.
Because I reckon he's given him about 40 metres. Doesn't matter, though.
Blair's put it through for his first of the afternoon. 55 out. Good kick, too. Towards the teeth of goal. Over the back. The smallest man nearly had it, which was Bowl. He's pushed over the line. Oh! And he's run into the... there was a sign across the cricket pitch area.
Chain, I think it might be.
Is it a chain as well?
It might be.
And he has run...
He's garroted himself.
Straight into it, and
he's up there.
Got up like there's no tomorrow. It's
he's all right. He's all
for Winchelsea. Turns round on a dime, sends it back in, looking for Tom Stephen. Doesn't bounce right for him. Oh, good work there from Walsh once again. He gets a little handball over the top, puts his player under pressure though. Wrapped up by Drew Stevens. Walsh follows up again. Got that too high. Umpire says play on.
Said play on.
And he's caught the
and now he's punched him. Gee.
That's harsh. Shawnee comes up with the ball for the Blues. He goes long. Holmer underneath. He can't get the ball away. And Holmer's got shingos. Don't know where those two have plucked out, but this umpire wants a tight finish. Holmer needs to kick this goal.
I'll tell you what, he's a lovely kick of a football.
He's kicked through that. I'll tell you what, it's coming back. It's coming back. He's kicked the goal.
Not over yet here.
He has kicked the goal.
Jets Oval, Alan Moore.
Yes, a very bad incident indeed, but all turned out well. But fantastic highlights there from our big game at the Winter Resort last week.
No free kick, though.
No free kick at all, unbelievable.
Only mistake they made all day. They were terrific all day, the umpires. That's the only blue they made all day.
A game could have been contending for the match of the day this week. The Winchelsea Blues, they take on the Belpost Hill Panthers. And Grubby, Winchelsea, very disappointing with their hot and cold form this year.
Yeah, well, again, I know you say it every week, and every week I correct you, but injuries have... Well, look, you play well when you got your best side in, and you don't play as well when you haven't. The unfortunate thing for Winch last week, Leakey came back after probably 8 or 9 weeks out and done an ankle very early. Higgins went down with a look like a corky, and he could be in trouble. They could be a few weeks each. Leakey might be more. Van der Kloos is out. Not quite sure if he'll play this week. He could be out, could be in. I don't think they've got the big guns to win that.
Alex, can Winchelsea cause an upset?
It's possible, Dick. When looking at this game, both teams don't really have that one standout player who we think is going to do well on Whitley Medal night, and that's along with East Geelong as well. So it'll be an even competition. I think the Panthers will just have that extra quarter under their belt.
Okay, and I'm pretty sure they've got, I think it's a big community day out there at the Winchelsea Oval today, so it'll be a fantastic afternoon out there indeed.
I wish I'd have known that. We could have gone there for match of the day.
Oh, you idiot. Out the Keith Parkway Oval, a game that would have also been a great contender for match of the day. We're very hard to find the right game this week, but I reckon we've got it right. It's the North Geelong Magpies, and they're taking on the Werribee Ducks, and I reckon Grubby would have loved to have come out to the Keith Parkway Oval, Alex, but I reckon the North Geelong side going all right at the moment.
Oh, you might be pushing your luck there with that one, but I think North Geelong as a whole will get the job done on the field.
Grubby, how far can the Magpies win by against your Ducks?
Well, it was a massive effort last week by Werribee getting over Bannockburn at Bannockburn, and I think they'll continue the trend and knock you mongrels right off.
Oh, yeah, right, as if. Don't worry about that. Okay, out at Victoria Park, the Bannockburn Tigers, they take on the Belmont Lions. And Alex, the Belmont Lions are on a roll. You've got the scarf around your neck to prove that. But I tell you what, I reckon they might be struggling out there at Victoria Park.
Oh, I disagree, Dick. When you get the form, and plus I'd rather have a scarf around my neck than a chain like Mitch Bowl, who we saw before. But look,
right.
At the end of the day, I'm going to actually tip with Belmont. I'm not too sure what happened at Bannockburn against Werribee. 4 goals in one game, little below standard.
Grubby.
Well, I'd personally like to see the chain around your neck myself, but to be quite honest, look, I really don't know how Bannockburn, they must have played pretty ordinary football last week. They only kicked about 5 goals, I think, didn't they? And they've got a real good winning history out at Werribee out there, so their form's not that great. I watched the Belmont Lions and they really, really impressed me, and I reckon I've actually said during the call that you'd be comfortable watching them at St Albans in September, so I'm going to go for Belmont.
All right, at the Church Street Oval, it's the Geelong West Cheetahs, and they take on the Inverleigh Hawks. Do you think Inverleigh can account for the Cheetahs quite well?
Yeah, I think they should. They're another side that obviously they're going to get the top 3 spot, you would think, but if they do drop a couple of games that they shouldn't drop, they might drop out and miss out on the double chance, and I reckon Mark McDowell will make sure that doesn't happen. Inverleigh.
Alex, in a word.
Inverleigh.
Fantastic. Well, that's about all for this morning's show. A couple of things we want to remind you about is get onto the website and get on to committocommunitytv.org now. And that's on the screen, folks. This is about keeping community television on air. And I know a lot of you have been writing in telling me to get rid of Grubby and I, but seriously, this has been going 15 years, this show, and we don't want it to finish because I think it's a great service to the community. Now, also, while you're about it, jump on our Facebook page. There it is, GDFL Football and Netball Show. Get on there and give us a like. Even if you don't like us, give us a like anyway. Thanks again for your company. Hope your footy team wins. Don't forget the big clash on this afternoon out at the Thompson Thunderdome, the Thompson Tigers, taking on the Corio Devils. So there's on your screen there. So hope you enjoy your footy this week, folks. We'll see you all again next Saturday morning, 5 o'clock.
I'm gonna tell you how football is strong. Bounce the ball, let's get into it all until the final siren. No team can fall, fight to win, risking head and shin, never giving in. GDFL. Geelong District Football League. We are the Raiders from all around Geelong. I'm gonna tell you how football is strong. Bounce the ball, let's get it